I just got to Mum's for the movie. Oh, look what she had set up. So freaking. 2, 1. Where to start? Woke up. Oh my god, firstly, my nails are so bad right now. I'm getting them redone tomorrow, but we'll just excuse that. I woke up yesterday morning feeling so sick. I just have a really bad cold. I went out on Friday night. I went down to Byron to see some of my friends that were visiting from Sydney. So I think just being out in the cold and drinking and not getting enough sleep has finally caught up on me. So yeah, I woke up yesterday and this morning feeling very under the weather. Yesterday the film launched on my channel, which is really exciting. I think later in this video I'm going to jump on a video call with Amalie and we're going to just answer some questions that people have about the film. She can, you know, explain the film to you guys a bit more, you know, because she wrote it and directed it, so you can get a little bit more of an understanding on it. And I wanted to get her on to explain, because it is, I think everyone's confused, it's not my film, it is Amalie's film. I just acted in it, so I want to get her on so she can explain it to you guys a bit more, but we just uploaded it on my channel. It's the best spot for people to be able to view it and so people could actually see it. So yes, the creator of the film will be here soon to explain your questions. I've had my Glassons bikini stuff going on, which has been really exciting too. I've been loving seeing you guys posting photos in it, and the response I've been getting from people saying it's just helping them feel really confident and that they're loving the style. And like, that's why I designed it high-waisted and quite covered, because I know for myself it can be really daunting wearing a really skimpy bikini at the beach. Like, I'm not that confident with my body to wear, you know, really small cuts. So I wanted to create something that makes people feel like it's still a bit sexy with the high cut and whatnot, but still to make you feel comfortable, everything. So that's been really exciting. There's been lots going on. It's been a really cool past few weeks, but yeah, I'm just gonna take the next few days to go a bit slower and eat lots of warm, hearty vegetable foods to heal my body, because it's Ashton's birthday this week. Another big party night in Byron, so I'm hoping I'm feeling better for that. And then I've just been organising my birthday that's coming up in a few weeks. There's been lots going on. I've been doing lots of podcasts lately with people, and I don't even know, life kind of feels like it's coming back to normal again, but I know that it still probably won't be normal for a very long time still, but we're just going with what else to update on. Honestly, nothing all that crazy, just those few things, but I'm feeling very grateful for, you know, all the opportunities that have come up for me in the past few weeks, and just stuff that's finally launching now that we've been working on. It's really nice to see things come to fruition, and of course it's always amazing that you guys are always so supportive and lovely with everything that I do. It just literally has been making me feel so grateful lately, as it always does. But I am now going to just catch up on some emails, probably from bed. It's It's like almost 12. I need to make some breakfast. That's my little update. Let's just continue with the day. Look, it's not the prettiest oats I've ever made, but it tastes so good. And decaf coffee.
Alright, 4 people, let's go! Yeah.
Ready?
I want to party with Cuddy. I want to party with Cuddy. I want to party with
That's right.
This is Sarah. We're doing glam this morning. Shooting this morning. Very excited. I'll show you guys my hair.
Lana Del Rey vibes.
So we've got a big
1970s
poofy
dream
in.
queen.
Let's do the makeup. Let's get it done. So I just wrapped shooting. It was such a fun, quick, easy shoot. Sarah is amazing. Like I can't get over this makeup look. We were just shooting for KVD Vegan Beauty. It was formerly named Kat Von D makeup, if you guys remember Kat Von D, but it is now KVD Vegan Beauty. And we just did a shoot for their eyeliners and mascara. I just wanted to create a really big, bold and a look for it. Now I feel weird just like taking off my makeup. Like I've got just work to do today, and I'm like, my eyes are a little bit sore from having so much makeup on. I'm so not used to having this much on, but I don't want to just take it off. I'm just going to make a coffee and then do some emails and then probably have a nap because I woke up at like 6 a.m. this morning and I just feel so energetically drained at the moment. I think it's just everything going on. I don't know. I feel fine, but also a bit odd. And I've also decided for the next 3 weeks that I'm not going to be drinking any alcohol. I'm not going to be partying. I'm going to give my body a little break and a little challenge for myself to just kind of commit to more of a routine and like detox my body a bit, because I just think it makes my brain so foggy. So yeah, that's my life updates for you guys. Hey guys, I'm on Zoom with Amalie and we thought we could do a chat talking about Mrs. Mine, and you guys can kind of like, we can talk about you know, what the film is about and like just our process with it, because I feel like people want to know the tea.
Hi. I like, it's so weird because normally we would be in person, kind of. You would be in LA.
So Amalie is in LA right now and I'm obviously on the Gold Coast. Let's talk about, I guess, well, what we spoke about before. Half of, I think, the response has been people like, this is beautiful, I understand what this is trying to say. And then the other half is like, I don't get it. Why aren't they talking much? Like, where is the dialogue, etc. So
where's the plot? I was so confused.
It doesn't make sense. And I think, do you want to just talk about, I guess, firstly, like your style of filmmaking and why, what your inspiration was behind the film and what you wanted it to be?
Yeah, I only shoot on 16 and I'm a very like quiet filmmaker, and I love
explain what 16 is for people that don't know.
A 16 millimeter film. It's like it's a wave, like it's not digital, like it's on film. So there's different forms of it. So like taking photos is 35, 16 is an option. Then there's 35 millimeter, which is like more digital looking, but it's still film. but but it's like I love using it because you can only get a certain number of takes, and you can't really see a playback of it, like on digital. So you just kind of go with your gut and your intuition, and how you have to trust your DP and how it looks and stuff. So so I normally only shoot on 16. A very slow pace, no dialogue, minimum dialogue type of director. And also I just no specific stories that I want to tell, but just things that like I think are kind of like beautiful. I love nature, and I love using nature in my work, and yeah. So and then I also write everything. So this story, I think it's about like Cardia. It was more of a collaboration. Like it started off as that, right? Like you came to me and you're like, I want us to do something.
Like, well, yeah. So it started out, Amalie and I obviously have known each other for years, and she just recently graduated, film school, and I was like, we need to do something together. And I was saying to her, like, I need to start acting. I need to actually do it and like put all my years of doing it in school into something. So we were like, okay, we're going to do something together. And we like set a date in LA. I was like, I'm going to fly to LA and let's just make something. And then after that point, like Amalie kind of, she sent me inspiration for what she wanted to create, which was like this American road trip feeling thing. And then it kind of went to you, and you wrote the script, and then you sent me the script, and I read it for the first time, and I was like, oh my God, like this situation's really weird, because I was going through the time we were organizing this, I was going through my breakup with Josh. And at first we were going to kind of try and maybe possibly do a film with me and him in it. And I was going through this breakup, and she sends me this script, and I like literally was like, I hadn't told her anything about this.
I didn't know anything about the relationship and where they were at
going on in our relationship, but the script was literally the exact same situation, which was crazy, the synchronicity of it. And I guess, so yeah, I was like, cool, let's do it.
Yeah.
And then I don't even know, it just kind of like, we just did it.
Yeah. I feel like because they were supposed to be in it together, so I knew it was going to be a romance. But then I like was being like super obsessive over like certain movies of like Americana, like road trip, like romances, like Badlands or like Paris, Texas, where it's more of like, it's like a weird, like it's weird love stories, but with like, more pauses and less dialogue, and
explain the storyline a bit more then. So when I first read the script, my take on it was like, oh, this is like, yeah, there's not much words, but when you read into it, it's kind of like the connection between two people that know that their relationship is over, but they still love each other dearly, and they're just coming to terms with the fact that they know that they have to separate. And it's like, I think people can interpret it in so many different ways that suits their own lives as well. Like for me, it was mainly exactly that, because that was what was happening in my relationship.
Yeah.
The tension between them, it's almost
yeah,
it's like at least for my character, I found it really weird to play, because I was like, I literally, this is so awkward, like I don't even know how to act with this person, which I think is so accurate for real life, I guess.
Yeah. I feel like the choices of like locations and like us not being able to tell what time of day it is, which date it is, even which like era it is, you kind of get the retro, but it's modern in a way. I think that like helped, it helped us, like it helped in the story that they're in between. So they're in this like weird time where they're trying to get over each other, but they still have that love for one another. Everyone feels that way. Bittersweet, like that was one of the words that I kept using, was like, it's a bittersweet like reunion.
It being a bit disjointed in the script and then in the location, and we don't really know what's going on. That's how you feel when I think you're going through that limbo with someone. You don't know, and you don't know what your life is going to be after it, because everything's about to change and it's different.
I mean, I'm very happy we were able to, for people that understood it, like we were able to capture that, because it's a weird like moment to be in, and it's like it's more of a feeling than like through dialogue or
not
anything explained, you know what I mean? It's more like there's no, you can't really put your finger on it, but everyone feels it at some point, and everyone always goes through it. So I just wanted us to like try to capture that in the nostalgia, in the like sadness, when it's like when Cardia's about to be happy and like happy to be with Mac, the actor, she kind of like steps away from it. So it's always that like push and pull, like she wants to be back with him but can't. Cardia. So tell people what was your biggest challenge during this process, or like what you feel most proud of as well.
Firstly, I learned so much about, I guess, the filmmaking side of things. Like especially in shooting on film, like I've never shot anything on film before. So seeing how much really goes into making a film was really eye-opening. The whole experience for me was a bit harder than it naturally would have been. Like, as I said, I was going through my breakup, and literally I left and got up and went to America probably a week or two after it happened. And so I was feeling like shit.
I had to snap you back into it a few times.
You remember me in the Uber, like on the way there?
I was like, are we going to lose Cardia? Like, we're filming like right now. We're going to lose her.
I'm not there. And for me, it's hard when I watch the film back because I look at it and I can see I'm not connecting properly. I guess as an actor, I know how I would have, if I had the right energy, how I would have performed that or how I would have connected more. But sadly, what was challenging was I was so somewhere else, and I was dealing with my own bullshit. So for me, I found it really difficult trying to connect with another male. Like, it was really hard. I didn't know how. Like, I was like, I
was so scared.
I was like, I don't think I connect with him. Like, I just genuinely can't. And I think it was just me in my own head being like, you've just gotten out of a relationship. This is really foreign, trying to connect with someone. The storyline is so close to your own. So it's like, it was strange. But I think it was, as I said, a really good learning curve for me. It's, obviously I watch it back and I'm like, that's not your best acting, Cardia. Like,
no, but it's amazing though. Like, you guys were able to connect. So like I was scared, like, and like any like creative, like in any project I would be scared for my actors not to connect or like not even like get to the point,
Like, the thing is, we didn't have any rehearsals together. Like with Mac and I, we like maybe read the script once together and then it was like, okay, go. And then but we really, I think it worked really well together and it was really easy working with him. Which ended up being such a highlight because I was so nervous about that. I was like, I don't want to have to do this with another guy right now. Like, it was funny, but
it was challenging for you.
It was really challenging for me, for sure. I've been partying the whole week in LA before, which was fucking stupid. And then, so I think I wasn't going into it with the right mindset or energy, but we got there. Amalie was amazing. I remember your face sometimes looking at me like, Cardia.
I know. Oh my God, Cardia. I love Cardia, and I know that she can be a little bit of a diva sometimes, but it was so funny the way that I would be like, we would end a shot and then I would turn around and be like, Cardia, it's your turn. And she would be in a car with the AC or whatever, with like the heat on, just like, I'm too cold. Like every time she would put the jacket on, I'd be like, you messed your hair up. We're ready to shoot right now. Like every time. And I had to like harass you for like 2 days.
So funny. I was just like such a little shit during that whole thing. But I promise next time I'm gonna be so much better.
Everyone loved the process and everyone was so happy at the end, and it was like a good crew. It was like a good little team of people.
We all got along so well and it felt like a little family, and it was really good. And like for both of us, like doing like, this is your second film, this is my first one ever properly acting in something, like everything is just such a learning experience.
I feel like we're both creatives, and we kind of make the opportunities for ourselves. So I think that like us just spontaneously being like, let's do this, let's put some time to the side to like work on this and like really make something.
I'm so happy we both were like, yeah, it's happening, because most people will talk about, oh, I want to make a film with you.
Yeah.
And like, we actually did it. So I think that's the most positive part out of it. I'm like proud of us for actually being like, let's just do this, because, and like, it was amazing that we had all of these creatives come together and just to do it, not for money, not for anything, just to like be creative together and make something.
Yeah.
Guys, my laptop's about to die, so I'm gonna stop.
Oh my God, you're like,
It's like breaking up. I'll pause the recording, then I'll say goodbye to you.